it feels like it's been forever since I've done one of these. And truth be told, I'm so excited, but I don't know what's going to happen in the future. So it's not like I can commit to more monthly updates. Welcome to February's update for 2024. Let's keep it going as much as we possibly can. This month is really unpredictable and very much of a doozy. It's always really difficult for me to sit down and really go through these face-to-face videos, just you and me. I have no idea what's going to happen in the month ahead, especially because I'm going to be moving to another country. I'm going to be starting a PhD. I still have the book to write. So difficult for me to even think. So let's discuss what's going to be happening throughout the month of February. First and foremost is going to be more of a personal update, what's going on with me, because I'm sure a lot of you are very curious with where the move is going and how the book is doing. That move is going pretty well, but it's taking up a pretty large majority of my life. And the biggest things we're running into are books. Fun fact, I have like 20 of these books that are all already in my virtual Kindle right now. I bought both virtual and physical copies. So I would like to be able to send these physical copies to all of my patrons in the United States. So if you actually want one of these books for a perk, grab either a student, scholar, or underwriter's hat, and you'll get one of these books before I leave on February 15th. Enough about these books from equally amazing and wonderful people. Let's talk about the way that my book is currently operating. I am so happy and so grateful that I have an incredible book publisher. A-Press has been willing to work with me given the fact that the PhD has come through, and we have had to extend the date on the book. So what we were shooting for being a late summer release here in the United States will likely end up being a fall release here in the United States and or potentially a summer release in Australia. If you happen to be a company who's willing to sponsor or underwrite either the book or the channel, we could really use your help here because there are a lot of financial hurdles being involved. And it's a book, right? It's lifelong. So we would love to be able to interact with community platforms that are going to stand the test of time in order to fund the book about the social sciences of community, but also help us build things. But that's enough about me, the book, or the move. Let's talk now about how this is going to impact the socially constructed community. So on the second Tuesday of February, that'll be February 13th, we're going to host the first VIP classroom of the year. The VIP classroom events were intended once per month to have us work through really tough, difficult problems and learn something along the way. Then we as community students and community scholars would come back to the community and say, here's what we learned, here's how this functions. The current ideas for topics that we have right now all include me rebuilding this community the way that you see fit. What ritual content do we want? Why do book clubs fail? And how can we create a book club that works? So what we're going to do is we're just going to toss a vote into the VIP classroom for what 4 topics we would like to cover. And on February 13th, we're going to have our first ever VIP classroom session. I want to first discuss what's going to happen on this channel, because in case you haven't noticed, there are way too many changes for me to make any serious commitments or to keep to the schedules that we've had before. So what is that going to look like? First, we're going to be rolling back our schedule. Normally, I try to get 1 video per week out to all of you, and it's just not been a sustainable thing. Not for me and not for the long form content that I try to create on YouTube. Because if I'm not able to compete with SEO and with the algorithm, I need to be making content that is good enough that all of you feel confident having become Patreon subscribers. So the first one is going to be Metrics Monday. Every Monday, we're going to release a short that covers a metrics-specific title or content. This is going to be the time for you to kind of think, is this something that I can implement into my online communities? Metrics Monday is an idea that I got from Chris Mercer over at measurementmarketing.io. Mondays are also the perfect time for you to look at the metrics for your individual online community. So it's kind of like us taking the time to look at the numbers and truly see where we're trying to steer the ship. Now, the second piece of short form content, again, that's going to happen weekly, we're going to start on the 1st of March, as soon as I've settled into Melbourne, Australia. Papers Tuesday was chiefly inspired by Carla-Jeanne Fahir over at 2 Minute Papers, who hasn't been doing very 2-minute-y kind of videos, but he's been covering a huge amount of AI and technology and software development kind of papers. I figure we can do the exact same thing for the social science of community here, especially given the fact that the vast majority of my week throughout my PhD is going to be focused on reading these papers. So why don't I just distill them down for you, have 1 minute to discuss what happens in the paper, and then 1 minute to review what the implications of that paper might be for the community industry as a whole. Once every 2 weeks, we're going to get to that long form content, which also has two types. The first one is the exact same thing that you have come to know and love while subscribed here on this channel. It's going to be about the theory and the social science of online community, important topics that I think are really critical. Because I'm only going to be doing one of these every 2 weeks, however, it's going to be much better researched and way better focused on the things that I'm really thinking about. Next month's video was already mentioned in last week's video, actually, which is all about the three cultures of innovation, the three cultures of AI, of NFTs, of crypto bros, of Web3. All of these different technologies follow the exact same pattern, and these cultures are not working well in concert with one another. So our video is going to be about fixing that. 2 weeks after that, you're going to get one more long form video content. This second piece of content is completely and utterly dedicated to all of you, the community members. This video, which is going to be out on the 3rd week of every month, is going to be about the discussions that we had over the course of the past month in the VIP community about the specific topic that we decided. That's the plan. But I also have a primary little emotional concern that I have. This is something that has been a big struggle for me for upwards of 3 years, and something that I just can't seem to get over. When I make promises, I get really worried about being able to follow through on those promises, and then it becomes a self-defeating prophecy. I end up not doing so. So my request to you is that, one, you'll be a little bit gracious with me, especially as I'm moving from the United States to Australia, starting a PhD, running the book. I've got a lot going on. So I would really appreciate your grace, and also your support is so important to me. If you're willing to help make this channel succeed, please drop a subscribe. And above all, please consider donating to the contributions for the social science of online communities in this Patreon below by grabbing your pink, blue, or gold hat. Doesn't matter which level. Normally, I would also include another segment here, which is about conferences and events, but I think you can already tell I'm not even thinking at all about conferences. What I can tell you, however, is that this video is coming out days before I'm going to be doing a short form conversation over at Common Room. They've started to do these lightning talks that allow for more community engagement with less of the fuss and less of the organization. I am one of 4 experts who's going to be doing several small lightning talks, all intended to be packed with a specific piece of information that you can take straight to your online communities. Highly practical. Mine is going to be focused on why virtual booths are broken in online communities and how you can properly fix it so that your virtual event sponsors feel like they received the return on investment that their contribution offer. If you want to grab that, or literally anything else that I have mentioned in this community, pop down into the description down below. It'll also be in a pinned comment, and you can view it right here in the community Discord or on the Patreon. And speaking of, thank you so much to the incredible and amazing patrons that we already have on the channel in order to support the social science of community. If you'd like to be added to this list, now's the time. Go grab that link. Thank you so much for contributing.